also, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll bring you the very best. The Pan-African Forum is currently on Simon Ekpa's case, fighting tooth and nail that Simon Ekpa was wrongly held and needs to be released. This is trending online. You can check it on the X handle. Currently, an Hausa person has come out, a Northerner has come out to state clearly that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist and deserves to remain in that place. Nothing should be done. And a lot of reactions came under that comment. Biafran evangelists, they're still regarding Simon Ekpa as a terrorist without any evidence and says he deserves to be in prison. But the Pan-African Forum is currently fighting to turn it. What do you have to say concerning this?
My brother, I want to tell you this. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist before the Northern, and he remains a terrorist before the caliphate of the Fulanis and Nigeria. And Simon Ekpa too, a terrorist, just as the Northern man is saying. So far, you are an Igbo person and you are standing for the freedom of your people, you are a terrorist. Yes, in their mind, you are a terrorist. But I love what Dr. David Nyota is pushing. Is one of this Pan-African with Mesanga. You know, Mesanga is their president. They are pushing it so hard, so strongly with the support of the USB Orabweze team and the other legal team of my man says Simon Ekpa to free that young man because his captivity was illegal, just as the same as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And let me tell you this. This man from the north that is saying that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case should be considered. Who are you to consider Kanu? And who are you to say to tell us who to prefer and who not to prefer?
They are leading. They are born to rule, right?
Based on the mentality structure given to them without any proper training or channel or well nurtured or lectured about leadership. Because when you talk of leadership, you come to Biafra and learn. We run the package of leadership. And that is why even before the colony came to Africa, in the whole world, we run the best democracy on earth. And we are the first to run democracy. In all over the world, you can do your findings. Biafra run. In 1804, when the British came, do you know, I don't know if you have heard about the Kumeku War.
No.
Go and check about the Kumeku War. The British, that was their anger upon Biafrans till tomorrow. A Kumeku War. Because it took them a whole 30 or 31 years of which they couldn't conquer Biafra. But they came up with the religion, and that was what they used to enter us. Do you understand? So that same people said they carried the power to give the Fulanis who debunk their religion, which they brought into Nigeria. Because they see that those ones can easily be manipulated and controlled. They are born to rule. That's why they claim to be born to rule. A total stranger who visited Nigeria, who came to Nigeria in 1804. So we have been fighting before these people came. You get the point? I'm telling you, so I say go and do research. I'm giving you info. Do a research. And it was in 1803 that many Igbos that they found, instead of them to serve as a slave, they drowned themselves inside the river. Go and do the checkup, the findings. You understand? And this idiot from the north have the audacity to speak. Without Igbos, take away the Igbos, where is Nigeria? Where will be the standing of Nigeria? You say Biafran and this one, you are talking. Take away the Biafran, where is Nigeria? It's a challenge. Erufai wife has confessed. And the same fellow Natana the other day said that they should not, because the Igbos will not suffer it, are the one that will suffer because they will go from scratch. Why did he say so? Another from Igbo?
From the north.
From the north. That said it regarding to the Igbo man and Igbo people, Igbo race. And this one is saying Simon Ekpa should. Excuse me, when you are agitating for freedom, you know, there are things that people don't understand about freedom. The way Nelson Mandela, I want to use this one that is at least cool-headed, fresh in our memory. Go and check the history of South Africa. There were two who fought for the independence of South Africa. One carried gun, while one did not carry gun. Nelson Mandela did not carry gun, but the second carried gun. Go and check when the Scottish was fighting for their freedom, which led to the death of Sir William. Go and read the history of Sir Williams. Though he did not live to see the freedom, he did not live to see their freedom. But his second in command took it up, and through him, they got their freedom. And that was how Scotland, Ireland, Republic of Ireland, and the rest of them got their independence. They began to join to achieve that dream. Which at the end of the day, the UK now come back because there was, you understand, they now came back to have UK. You get the point now? The UK means United Kingdom, because every one of them separated. They now call them, after the independence, call them. They have a round table discussion and they reach an agreement. That's where they come UK, United Kingdom. You get the point now? And this is one of the points that Obasanjo, thank God, is still alive. He said it. He gave this information when Buhari was alive, the president of Nigeria. He said, he said that if we are going to split, let it not be in a violent, in a way that we will not be able to forgive each other. Let it be in a way that we will be able to sit and discuss as family and have a united one nation. Even if Igbos, the Biafrans are to go, we will still remain as what? As Nigeria, united Nigeria, and still run things together. But these people violated that law, of which the judgment against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they must prove it in their constitution, according to their law. And that is the serious case that is on the ground now. You see why they try to manipulate and to maneuver Mazen Nnamdi Kanu case. I don't know if you are aware they want to pull him out of Sokoto to Udi, and which he debunked, and which he rejected. He said they must, now the family is saying, okay, let there be court order. Are you asking for court order, or are you asking for the written to take place? Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is telling and addressing everybody, because I want to use this opportunity to air it out, that there is nothing he has to do, whether court appeal or appeal court, whichever one they like to let them use or say, that what concerns him is that Biafra or nothing. Do you understand? You cannot be spending $9 million chasing shadows when things are getting wrong. Worster and worster on daily basis. People lost their lives. The Christian ones in Nigeria is not sleeping with their two eyes closed, because they don't know what will happen next, and nobody know who will be the victim at the next seconds. Do you know that so many Nigerians that are free to Cameroon, free to neighboring countries, they are not free because they want to free. They are forcefully free for the safety of their dear life, caused by so-called a particular group of people called themselves Boko Haram, Kakarawa, Iswab, and whatsoever they may call themselves, and the Fulani Janjaweeds. Are you hearing me? These are the people that make every citizen of this country life unbearable, which is abnormal. And now Biafra want to go. They don't want to continue. How old is Nigeria? How long should Nigeria continue like this? And I will continue to say this. Do you know, or are you aware that Nigeria is richer than America? Yes. I've said this thing before and I'm just repeating it again that this country called Nigeria is richer. Nigeria, though, despite the fact that Lord Lugard and Emma just together, they not seek the concept of each and every one of us. But even as that, had it been that things were to be carried out the way it should, Nigeria should be richer than America. Do you know how much Tinubu have packed from this country? Do you know how much Buhari have packed from this country? Do you know how much the past leaders in Nigeria have packed and moved out of this country? Do you know that Abacha did not travel more than 4 countries? And those countries are within Africa. But did you know that money travel in billions, in trillions out of Nigeria to foreign countries? Do you know that Obasanjo withdrew 6 billion from Abacha's account during his own tenure? Buhari, how much did the Buhari withdraw from Abacha's account? Yet, they are still swimming in money. Do you know how much your governors are packing our country money? The money which they're supposed to have used for the betterment of this country and for the betterment of every citizen. You and I, as Nigeria, but as we said, we claim, are not supposed to think of traveling to Cotonou here, not to talk more of America. But to go to Cotonou, Benede, you go and see Nigerians. See Ghana there. Imagine Ghana now, Nigeria must go. I remember it was not in 86. They say Ghana must go. Now it is now the turn of Ghana is now telling Nigeria must go. Imagine South Africa yesterday. When did they get their independence? South Africa, Nigeria must go. Every country. Very soon now, Benin here or Ethiopia will begin, and Eritrea will begin to tell you Nigeria must go. Why? Because we are having and we are running a failed government, a failed system. Government that don't care, they don't add value to the life of their citizens. And that is why you see all this nonsense. Do you know that we don't have respect outside the country? I don't know if you have traveled before. If you travel, you will know that Nigerians doesn't have respect. They don't command respect outside anymore. As a result of the impunity that is going on in this country that is coming from our leaders. If America begin to pack the kind of money that our government is packing from this country, America will collapse. Everything about America will go down. But look at the way they are packing money in Nigeria. And Nigeria, just take a look at it. That is why I said Nigeria is richer than America. But yet, we are not seeing it. We are busy wasting the glorious blessings that God has blessed this country with, a huge of resources which we never labored for, which we never fight for, which we never even deserve. But God gave it to us in a platter of gold. But we don't value it. We don't know the need. One American man one certain time, one particular year said that he will love to rule Nigeria just for 1 year. Just for 1 year. Just for 1 year. But we look at Nigeria. So, my beloved brother, this man, what he's saying in the Congress House is the right thing, that which he has to say, because Biafra has gone far beyond what Nigeria can stop. Even as I'm speaking to you, both to the UK are no longer having peace in their own country. On daily basis, they are protesting seriously against the jihadists because they allowed the Fulanis, the Fulanis to take over their country, even in the northern side of the British. Now, they now introduce them into their policy making. Now, that is why Don Stammer, they throw him out of the office. Now, serious protest is going on in London, in UK, as we speak, as a result of the jihadists trying to take over their government, their country. Because of what? Greed and selfishness. And that same thing is what is playing in Nigeria. You see why Biafra has to go. Because we need to build a nation, a recognized nation, a nation with respect and value. A nation that when you hear that this is where you come from, you, everyone in other countries, neighboring countries, and outside African continent will know your worth, and they will know your value. They will know that if somebody is talking, you come from somewhere. They don't see Nigerians as people who come from a nation or a country. They see them as a people that came from a one forest, one bush, an animal kingdom. You know, you see why Mazen Namde cannot call them a zoo, because they behave like the zoo animals living in a bush. They don't reason. Go to other countries. I believe that governors or presidents, they do travel. When they travel to other countries, and they see how those countries look like. Yet they will still come back. They will not want their own country to be like other countries. That is wickedness in the highest order. But Biafra want to build a nation whereby people, even their own citizens, will be proud of. No Nigerian man will stand up now and tell you, say, he's proud to be a Nigerian. If you are proud to be a Nigerian, those of you self that are in overseas, if Nigeria is working, will you travel to where you to oversee? If you have confidence in Nigeria, if your greenish pasture is in Nigeria, will you have ever traveled? You know, a man in Delta came claiming that this government is the best government. Then the citizen now teach him a lesson. And I beat him seriously because he's talking out of point. Nobody is happy. Nobody. Especially in this current government. The worst ever happened ever since I've never experienced a government like this.
So do you think the only solution is Biafra breakaway?
Yes, my brother, I was asked. It was yesterday. Yes, I was asked a question that after all, moreover, Nigerian government want to introduce a state police. What is the way out with the state police? Want Nigeria move, or how do we stop this insecurity or whatsoever? I say first and foremost, let me address this issue, and I want to address it even through this media now, this very channel. State police is not the solution of the Nigeria, and it's not the problem to Nigeria.
What's the solution?
The solution in Nigeria is everybody let the Biafra go. Because this thing that is happening today was what Ojukwu saw when he called for Aburi Accord. And had it been that Aburi Accord was honored, was concurred with, and was to be carried out, my brother, what we are suffering today, we wouldn't have ever experienced it. But because of the negligence of that Aburi Accord was what landed us here today, where we are today, in all ramification. Because had it been it was honored, do you know that everybody will handle what is in their own region? You manage it both in terms of security and everything, and economy. And if you are to cross carpet to my place, you must abide by the rules and regulations that is in my place, and you will be well checkmated and well monitored. You get the point? But because it was ignored and neglected and jetted out, that is why you see somebody from Mali. I remember in Benue governor one certain time say the people that are killing the Benuans are not Nigerian Fulani, they are foreigners. Then if a foreigner from Mali, now all the way from Mali, came to your country, your state to be precise, and start unaliving your own citizen, what are you supposed to do? Is that not a ticket for you to wipe? Can Nigerians go to Mali and be killing Malians, and their government will not, or a particular state governor in that state will not react? No, let us be, think, now let us be reasonable. But because of all this nonsense, that's why all these things is happening. They will leave not, they come to Enugu, they come to Aba, they come to anywhere they like. The other time, the other time Ogun State, the other Kwara, just be misbehaving, and they are going away with it. But I believe this time around, the only solution is let Biafrans go, so that we can have a nation, so that we can have a place called our home, because we need home.